Welcome to a very wet and wild Lewis and Harris. So in this video, this will be my last day on the Isle of Lewis and Harris. So we're just going to be trotting around north part of the Isle of Lewis to see what we can find. So come join me on my last leg of my adventure in this part of Scotland. First stop, the Arnol Blackhouse. Here are the ticket prices, so hit pause to see which tickets apply to you. Here we are at the Arnol Blackhouse. The reason why they are called black houses is because these houses have no chimneys. The smoke will go up straight to the roof and it would create a dark effect in the interior of the house. Here we go, inside. Just watch your head, you don't want to bump it off anything. But yeah, the first thing that you encounter is just this smell of burning turf. So yeah, you can see why they're called black houses, because it's quite dark in here. And you can see where the smoke has marked the stones. This reminds me of an old farm outhouse. That's why I can smell someone put on a brew. So this must be the living quarters. So you got your plates, your pots, lovely old sideboard. Oh, very nice. And they've just set out a meal for us. Bit of toast. Looks like it's toast, and it looks like we've got some. Are they oatcakes? Might well be. Well, obviously they ain't real. Don't try and eat them. Yeah, we got old iron, old press as well. Another sign saying do not close the curtains. Is that like some sort of, I don't know, is it? Looks comfy though. And here we are. I got a wooden bench with a cloth over it. Doesn't look too comfy, to be fair, but it's actually quite warm in here. Even though we live in a world where very well insulated houses and double and triple glazed windows. None of that in here. But still, it's quite warm. How we got the sleeping quarters in here. Got yourself a wardrobe. One of these old hot water bottles on top of a chest. And jug on top of a table. I wonder, is this where people used to sleep in? Nice bed of hay. Not very big, but I guess they call it cozy nowadays. If I was a real estate agent, that would be the description that I would use. Watch the head. Fancy a cuppa? Oh, a spinning wheel. Oh, it looks amazing. Is that to churn butter? May well be. Just let me know in the comments. Someone's been out on the water. That was nice and cozy in there. Very smoky. You can see why they call it a black house. And we have another black house coming up, but this one has got no roof on it whatsoever. So it's ruined. But it seems to be in good condition despite it being ruined. Here we have a stone and turf wall which mark the boundary between the croft land for crops and the imbibe for grazing animals. It used to be quite common in this part of the world. Oh, we have a wee weather station here. I'll just tell you, we have a bit of a strong breeze at the moment. But yeah, here we have the ruined black house. As you can see, what would have been all the different rooms. Let's see. Oh, this is nice. Right. This looks a little bit more modern than the black houses. Oh, look at these. These are brilliant. So we go in here. Oh, it's like this is the living room. Oh, I love the armchair. Oh, this brings me back. This reminds me of my grandmother's house when I was growing up. And she lived out in the middle of the Irish countryside. Playing cards and several books. And look at the ornament as well. And some nice paintings. And is it more of a handbag than satchel? Right, yeah, you got the chair. I remember sitting on many of them. And the old style boiler. I can live here. And quite important, a bottle of Ballantines. And your oil lamp. This is very quirky. But can you live in a house like this? I know I can. Can't go up the stairs. Let's have a look. Oh well. Time to head. Here I am back in the shelter of my own car. And sites like the Arnol Blackhouse are very popular, especially on wet and windy days like this. You do need probably 1-2 hours to have a full proper wander around the place. I really couldn't do it because there is actually an island tour bus, and they had their own paid for guide, and I just didn't want to get into the way of their experience of the place. So yeah, they do have a visitor centre, and there are guide and information books for sale. I think this actually cost me £5. Don't know, is there a price on it? So yeah, I think it was £5 anyway. So yeah, time to go somewhere else. Just hope the weather just settles down a wee bit. That's all. There you are, folks. Just stopped into the gift shop. Would you believe it? I won't do that again. time to go to see a well-known lighthouse. It's probably going to be windy. What do you mean probably? It will be windy. It is one of the most windiest places in the whole of the United Kingdom. So I'll see you when we get there. Here we are at the Butt of Lewis Lighthouse, or the flashing white lighthouse here at the Butt of Lewis. One of the most northerly lighthouses in the United Kingdom. The lighthouse is great, but these cliffs and rock formations are absolutely impressive here. This is quite a spot for bird watching, and possibly you may see a seal every now and again. Clear day, you'll be able to see the northern part of Scotland up there. No such luck today. Right, time to head back to the car before I'm blown over a cliff. As you can see, the weather has not improved, judging by my wind-swept appearance, and also I've got raindrops on my glasses. I've got early sailing tomorrow from Stornoway to Ullapool, so I have to head back to my Airbnb and get myself ready for the next part of our journey, which is from Stornoway to Ullapool. I made it back to my Airbnb, but before I travelled back to my Airbnb, I did stop off in Stornoway. I was considering just going for another wander because there were probably bits, areas, things that I have missed, but the weather was awful. It really was. So I just did a little bit of shopping. Stopped off at the whiskey shop. The name escapes me at the moment, but I did buy some Stornoway gin, and I also bought some spice rum, which they've only started to make in this part of the world. So that'll be interesting, but that's not all for me. That's actually for the family, because I'm actually back at work next week. And this is also a wee holiday for me as well. Also stopped off at the Harris Tweed shop, and the products in there are of great quality. So I bought an item in there. It's a wee gift for my dad, because he likes his his tweed flat caps. So there's one on the way to him. So yeah, early start in the morning. Check in at the ferry 6:15. I do believe it is a 7 o'clock crossing. Yeah, it is. So I've packed away my case. It's all in there. I've got my backpack ready. Just a few items to go in. I'm charging. Got the charging cables out, and I've also got a power adapter to go in. So yeah. So I'm just gonna take it easy now for the rest of the evening, because it is starting to get a wee bit late. So I'll see you all in the morning, bright and early.